Hello guys, what's going on? My name is Chetan and I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial kind of breaking down the console leagues, console series, my bad, for SMITE Prime. So first of all, you want to register for the tournament, and before we do that, I'm going to break down quite a few things. So in this case, I'm going to be using the NA Xbox one. That's kind of the easiest example, just choosing one of them, but it applies to all the console ones. So in this case, I'll be registering for the Xbox Series March. I'm going to go ahead and click on that website. Once I'm here, I'm going to just take a look at all the information, like the schedule. So I have till these dates, dates and time to check in and register. So you have to sign up, then you have to check in on this date, and this also tells you the general schedule of the tournament. It can change last minute depending on the amount of participants, the amount of if there's any major patch getting in the way, etc. So that's that. The prize pool is fairly simple. During the group stages, there will be each player will win 100 gems for every set they win, and that would pretty much be 3,000 gems for that group stages. So every actual group will have 5,000 gems. So pretty much 2,000 of those gems are put towards the final stage bracket. And the best example, let me pull up the bracket just to show real quick what I mean by that. So in this case, you see how there's so many groups here. We have 8 groups here. So doing quick math, 8 times 5,000, that's 40,000 gems. And if we do 8 times 3,000, that's 24,000 of the gems will be given in the group stages, and 2,000 of it will be given in the final stage. So group stages, you click on the matches, etc. It'll tell you who you're against in what round, and it'll have the dates on when to play them. So, and the final stage is 2 teams per group, top 2 teams. So in this case, these 2 teams will be going into the final stage, which is a single elimination best of 3 game, and the finals being best of 5. Fairly simple. You just fight it out like a regular bracket. So it's pretty simple. And that is going to be breakdown. First place will get 50% per team, by the way, of that 2,000. So in this case, we said 16,000. So 8,000 will be going to the first place. 25% will be going to second. Third and fourth is at 12.5%, so there's no actual third and fourth place game. This you'll find the rules and the scheduling, and it's fairly simple. So what we introduced in this series is something called flexible scheduling, which means by default the games are on this day at 7 p.m. This is wrong. It's supposed to be 7 at 7 p.m. Eastern time, or 7 p.m. CET, depending on if you're competing in the EU or the NA one. And what that means is March 2nd. Let's look at the calendar real quick. March 2nd is a Saturday. That means you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to actually play that round 1 game. And if you notice March 5th, that means you have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to play that round 2 game. So you have to play those games before those deadlines reach. So technically, you can play the March 9th game before on March 2nd, but still, you would have to play all your games before this deadline. So that's pretty much it. Same applies for the final stage. You have flexible scheduling, and we'll go more into that once we show Discord off. This is the registration, fairly simple. Team name, captain's Discord, and you do need a Discord, so go ahead and make one by clicking this, and make sure you actually make a Discord account and join the server. ADC, support, mid, and you can list up to 3 subs, but we can use 2 subs ever in play. If you click the bracket and roster, in this case we don't have a bracket for March since this is still February while I'm recording this, and this will show you all the players that registered. So go ahead and click on the Discord, and I'm going to bring my Discord over. First thing you'll notice is be in this screen, and what you need to do is go to role assignment and grab a role. In this case, like I said, we're going to do NA Xbox, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to have the NA Xbox role, and this chat should pop up. So only channels that you actually subscribe to. So if you don't have EU Xbox, you won't be seeing this. But I'm going to be using this example chat to category to show off what we'll be doing. So once you register, you will need to check in, and pretty much what that is during that time, like I said here, you will need to check in, and pretty much if there's more than 32 teams, the first 32 teams that checked in and registered, so they have to be the first 32 that registered, they can check in anytime, and any that did register after that and they check in, they're going to be waitlisted. So if any of the 32 teams that registered, first 32 teams that registered did not check in, the ones in the waitlisted get put in. So pretty much on this day, you're going to be, hey, like team name checking in, and that's simple. That's it. Simple as that. Your name will either be one of these colors, if I can find it, one of these colors, notice on the right side, or it will be like a goldenish color showing that you're waitlisted. So pretty easily distinguishable. If you're golden, you're waitlisted. If you get that color, like I said earlier, that means you're playing. So you have a 24-hour period to actually check in. And then after that, you'll have access to captain's chat, which is saying, hey, this is the list of all the captain's discords all in a server together, saying, all right, we're gonna be playing, and that's it. So the thing about roster changes is we do understand that players are going to drop off in the span of that month, and we want to be flexible about it, saying, hey, we want you to still compete. So what we allow is roster changes. So you can change rosters till the end of group stages. So you have until this to change your group stage, change your rosters. This third round ending. But the limitation is you can only submit this form 3 times. Mostly because you're only going to be having 3 rounds. Fairly simple. And with me running 4 leagues like this, keeping track of this is very difficult. So I do need to update this on a daily basis, pretty much. So yeah, you can submit that form 3 times. That's only after group stages start. Regular roster changes, you just submit the registration form, and I will replace the old roster with a new one. You won't be put out of order or anything for registering, so it's just you're still gonna be having your own spot. So no worries there. So to change rosters, you simply just click on this team name, put in the new players and the new subs. That's it. You do have to list everyone. Like I said, you can only fill out this form 3 times, and keep in mind throughout this entire league, you would have to keep 3 of the players consistent. This is just because we don't want to say, hey, I'm the captain, I don't like the rest of my players, I'm getting rid of all of them, and I want to bring a new players in, and that's not fair to the players that are actually competing. While you're in charge of your team, that's something really like frowned upon and what we don't want to do. Next, what I want to do is confirming roster reschedule. Confirming reschedules. So like I said, you can reschedule with the other team, and if you do, it's simple. You just message saying, hey, in this case I'm just going to use a bot, Aerospot, cool to play game on March, cool to play R2 game on March 3rd. If I can type, and they're being like, okay, cool, yeah, that works, and pretty much I'm replying for them. And what you're gonna do is only the higher seed needs to do it, and I will show that. I will show which team is higher seed. Let's see if we can grab the announcements. So in this list of teams, there's numbers. I'll put out this image for each one. Only the higher seed, so you can only be whoever's closer to 0 is higher seed. So they're going to be submitting this form. Pretty much what you're going to do is click on this, saying, hey, which tournament is this for? And I explain. Mostly because if you message the other team, they should know what it is. But this is for me to know that you reschedule the game and you're just not AFK. So so it's pretty simple. Your team name, the other team you're facing, the other team. This is going to be pretty important. I need to know which game you're rescheduling because, like I said, you can play a group stage round 3 game way earlier than you need to. But so in this case, I'm going to say round group stage round 2. I'm going to choose when I said. So what did I say? R2 game on March 3rd. 3 and time. Alright, let's see. We hadn't decided on the time yet, so let's say 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern time. And they're like, okay, cool. So you're gonna do 9. Okay, if I can do 9. PM. And just hit submit. And that's it. That way I will know that you rescheduled the match. What you need to do next is this is the crazy part here. Match reports after each set. After each match, not each game. So keep in mind these are best of 3s or best of 5s. So after each set, you need to submit this. So you're gonna say your team name, which round the game. Again, like I said, you can play round 2 at an earlier date if you want. Select on it, put in the 5 players that are gonna be receiving the gems. Give me the set score. And if they did not show up, just type in no show. The only difference is if you do click no show in match IDs, type in no show. And if it's like a 2-1 or something or 2-0, you need to give me both set of match IDs. You need to give me match IDs for both games. That's the key here. I need match IDs to make sure everything's alright. And that's it. You just hit submit and you're pretty much set. Yeah, that's pretty much it about the tournament. They are platform restrictive, so you're not going to be seeing a PC player in this or anything. So yeah, you have to use controllers, etc. Yeah, that's about it. Cool. I know this video is a little lengthy, but this is gonna break. Like I said, this breaks down everything for you on how to play, the price pool, the reschedules, the registration, changing rosters, etc. So be sure to watch this entire thing. You can put on ×2 speed or something if you need to. But hey guys, this is kind of needed. This breakdown was really needed because that's how you pretty much just had everything done. Alright, I'll see you guys later.